Alrighty. So now we've got the next field that we've got to do here. We've got traffic. No, we do not. Swing out. Don't hit any of the signs. Hey, we actually missed the stop signs. That's cool. And now we've got... Where's our entrance? Right here. This one's actually pretty steep here. Yeah, I need to work on that. I need to get ourselves a little bit of a better entrance into this field. Luckily, we've got a pretty good parking area all the way down here with which we can set up, so that works out good. So once we get going back and forth, it works out pretty nice, all things considered. Ooh, that's tight. Make sure we're not underneath the tree, because that will not work out too good. There we go. Alright, turn that off. I'm going to double check. I want to make sure I don't have any other entrance options into these fields. I don't think I do, but I don't remember. Let's see. We've got a little bit of a road right here that goes around the edge. That's even tighter, honestly. I mean, that would work. Now, obviously, you can see here what our main issue is. We do have trees, and that's going to cause us a little bit of shade issues on the edges, so that is a problem that we got. But also, low lying. So that means we do have some flooding that happens in this field, which does cause a little bit of an issue for our yield, all things considered. Not so great. Alrighty, let's try and maneuver our gargantuan combine into the field. We'll see if Grandpa wants a ride. Make sure our pipe is in. That will definitely help. But yeah, we'll see if Grandpa wants to help out here in a bit. Yeah, I think we could do just back and forth. But we'll probably let Grandpa figure that out. Make sure nobody. And easy. Oh, that is a drop off. That is a drop off. Yep, I need to work on that because I don't have any brakes. There we go. Okay. Let's lower our thing here. Go ahead and get it started. Ease into the field here. We'll see what kind of yields we start getting here. There we go. Yeah, not so good. Even worse. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected, honestly, with the trees. So we can come through and we can clear out some of these trees. That would be good, because obviously right here we got a bunch of shade, which definitely does not help with water retention. The water is definitely going to be retained in this field, so that's not brilliant. We're also all next to the river anyway, so that's also not helpful. But yeah, you see the yield. The yield is absolutely awful, so that ain't good. So we got to work on that. Alrighty. At least we're going to get all of our straw collected, so that's kind of nice. So we are in August right now. I don't remember if we have anything coming up in the next few months, but for sure we've just got to get this collected. We've got to get our straw collected and work on that grain dryer and see how that goes. But yeah, basically I'm gonna work on combining these fields all together. So yeah, if we can come through and get that lower layer of trees towards the far side, that would give us a little bit more room to actually work around these fields versus what we currently have going on. So that would be a benefit. Alrighty, well, we're going to get ourselves harvesting here, and we will keep on moving, but we're going to send you over to our beautiful, beautiful time-lapse cameras. Let you guys enjoy the video that way, as our crop yield is just absolutely pathetic. So, yeah. Anyways, we will see you guys here in a bit.
The sun's sinking low, the fields are painted gold. I'm waiting on the grain carts, pipe I unfold. My combine's loaded up, just biding my time. In the heart of this cornfield, life's simple and fine. My old combine is chugging, wheels deep in the dirt. Radio's playing, it's the heartbeat of this earth. Sipping my lemonade while the wind it blows. Hank's tractor pulls in, grain carts in tow, waiting on the grain carts under the big sky, sipping on lemonade as the hours pass by. In the field with my combine, life's rhythm and rhyme, just a farmer's simple day in this heartland of mine. I unload my hopper, Hank simply waits. Combine empty, it's time to pick up the pace. Hank drives forward as the next row I start. Time to finish this field along with the carts. Hank's tractor lights flicker, a friendly wave or two. He drives off into the country. Our bonds are tried and true. Long days and aching backs, but he never complained, for he's a true farming friend whose kindness never wanes. Waiting on the grain carts under the big sky, sipping on lemonade as the hours pass by. In the field with my combine, life's rhythm and rhyme, just a farmer's simple day in this heartland of mine. In this heartland of mine.
Alright, we got Grandpa working here. So, grain wagon is now full. Got Grandpa working back in the combine here for us for a little bit. And so we need to go drive over to the grain center here for ourselves. But yeah, we can definitely remove like a whole section of trees, and that would give us a nice little path and stuff that we could use, which would be nice. Oh yeah, definitely trying to get out of there is rough. So yeah, we could build ourselves a nice little gravel road, potentially work on some drainage ditches as well. Or maybe some underground ditches, but yeah, that would definitely help us out. And then we could kind of have a second tier level, maybe get over to here a little bit easier, so that'd be good. Alrighty. So now we gotta dump our new wheat. We're gonna go around this time via this way, which will work out good. So luckily I don't necessarily need to weigh in my stuff, and I got a basic idea what my stuff is doing, so that's pretty good. But we do need to make sure that we get this dumped with ease. Wrap ourselves around here. We need to kind of widen out our path here just a tad, I think. Yep, and we've got that going. Alright, I can watch Grandpa doing weirdness again. I was doing some more back and forth stuff. He's gonna do whatever it is he decides he wants to do, so that's always fun. But yeah, we'll go fix him up here in a bit. But what we are going to do is once we get this taken care of, grab all of our wheat and whatnot, we are going to combine these fields into one big one, and that will help us out a huge amount when it comes to being able to harvest. So that'll work out really, really good. We're done back there. Ooh, we are done back there. Okay, cool. So luckily there's nothing I should hit, so we can just weave our way right on out of here. That'd be good. Yeah, so see if we can build like a secondary layer above the field right along this edge. That might be able to allow us to be able to a little bit more quickly get to and fro there with a little bit more access. That might be good. But yeah, definitely removing some of those trees might not be one of our worst ideas. Nobody coming. Yeah, because these entrances are really, really steep, so having another option probably would not be a bad idea here. Yeah, I'd like another option myself. Alright, most of our office is going to be a little bit further this way, so we'll just go ahead and go park up shop down here, then we'll run over and grab Grandpa and get back to work here on the harvest, which going pretty good, all things considered. We'll look at the monitor here in just a second and see what we got going, but we can park right here, turn off the engine, and let's go running over to Grandpa while he's doing some sort of nonsense. I don't know what he's doing. He's weird. I haven't figured out what medications he takes either, but he's doing some weird stuff there. Alright, back in the combine, and you can kind of see what we got going on the yield monitor. We got a little bit of yellow going on out this way, but it ain't great. There's definitely a lot of orange and red back behind us here. This particular section ain't too bad though, but it definitely could use a little bit more work there, so we'll get this taken care of here. We should be... might have to get a bigger capacity for the combine if we get a better yield. That might end up being an issue. Ooh, I see a little bit of like light neon green popping up. So we're not totally terrible. Yeah, right here on this edge again, definitely closer to the water and the tree line. It just gets super orange and red. It just, yeah, it ain't great. Definitely ain't great. We'll head on down this way here. Can even out on one side. That'd be good. But yeah, we'll have a good, got a good idea of what our yield is going to be, so that way we can really work on our field for next year. That's going to be pretty smart, all things considered, to get that work done. Because right now, it ain't pretty. That is for sure. Not pretty at all. So definitely got to work on that. We'll combine the fields, as I said. We might leave one strip somewhere, but for the most part, we're going to work on combining the field all together. We got one little patch of wheat right over there we'll go grab. There we go. Go grab this patch here. Won't be a whole lot, but hey, a patch of wheat is a patch of wheat, and I want it. Alright, we got quite a bit of straw. Now some of this we can kind of dig back into the soil, kind of let that be a little compost, help with the soil's overall health and whatnot. But yeah, definitely not super duper on the yields. Let's see, we're at 89%. We're going to kind of do a little bit of a edge here that we're going to kind of clean up. There we go, more of yield. Nice and yellow through here, so we're actually filling up pretty quick. Do a nice little turn. There we go. Alright, we're going to head down here to our trailer, go ahead and get our pipe out. There we go. We'll have to refill the combine too. We're starting to run a little bit low on the gas. Need to put more fuel in. Make sure we're not going to hit our trailer. There we go. And as I said, I do love this little status bar that pops up and lets us know what we got going on. 87 degrees in the area today. That's pretty warm. Go and get this lowered back down so we're ready to go. Yeah, 87. Kind of warm. It is August, but still, it is warm down here, that's for sure. Got a low of 68 tonight, though. That'll be nice. That will be nice. Getting that taken care of here. We got $65,000 in the bank. I think we might have popped up a little bit from our greenhouses. There we go. Alrighty. Back to the harvesting. We'll just wrap around, go ahead and do another loop on this field here. Since we're right here, might as well. And harvesting again. There we go. Get my pipe back in. Luckily the pipe on the hydraulics working really, really good. No issues with that. It's a pretty heavy duty pipe too, so it's doing a good job. So as I said, we will replant wheat, we combine the fields, and I'm definitely going to look at a potential gravel driveway potentially. I think that might be a really, really good idea, so we will see what we can do with that. We'll have to rip out some trees. Currently we got some fencing that kind of separates our drain system there, so we can probably take some of that out and make a nice little pathway, but still, it's going to take a lot of work and some more money, so that's going to be a pretty hefty project for us to accomplish. But we do have a gravel pit somewhere in this Riverbend Springs here, so we're going to see what we can do. Alright, unless we hit some green, we should definitely be able to finish this off with this combine. Shouldn't need to unload it before then, I don't think, but we'll find out here in just a moment. We will have our first fields done on our fall harvest, which is really, really nice. We can head on into the rest of the year. Can we get all of this with one header swap? Nope, gonna miss a few. Just gotta spin it around. And there we go. Got that all nice and taken care of. Good, good, good. Alright, so that's our first fields taken care of for the day. First day of harvest completed. Let's see, I forget what our buddy is. I gotta find out what his phone number is. I kind of forgot what his number was. I haven't had him buying, I think, the majority of this year, so I gotta check on him. But I had a buddy that was coming over to help us out with stuff, so I gotta go check and see if I have his number still. But call him, have him and Grandpa work on the rest of the fields, and that way I can start working on gathering the straw, and that'll kind of help expedite matters just a little bit. But yeah, we have got this taken care of, so we'll see if we can get one of our buddies or just have Grandpa run all the straw and everything. That could work too. But still, a lot of work to take care of here. That is for sure. So we'll get that dropped off. We'll double check, make sure everything is going along smoothly, and we'll have the combine here ready to go for the next fields. Because we got 2 more sections that we got to do that are pretty big. But yeah, imagine if we had like a nice little driveway along the edge of this. That would definitely help out quite a lot. Coming up. There we go. Oop, missed the sign. But yeah, that way I could kind of drive this not on the road, which would also be nice. Let's see if I can sneak around the sign here. Gonna weasel my way through here. Oh, come on. I was able to weasel my way in through last time. Come on. Okay, we're gonna hit the stop sign this time. Yep, there it goes. Alrighty. Somehow we were able to weasel our way past last time, but not this time apparently, which is kind of weird. Alright, then go over here. Yeah, might have to take out some of these trees. They're kind of getting in our way here just a little bit. Alright, note to self. Move some trees. Well, we're going to do that probably at the end of this year either way. Alright. Swipe our way in here. There we go. We'll just park this right over here, get our header lowered so we're not hurting the hydraulics. There we go. Let that sit right there. But we got all of this stuff to harvest, and then we got that whole section over there too. So plenty of work to be done. Let's see how much wheat we can pour into the dryer here. Yeah, we could definitely rework this so we have a little bit of a bigger, smoother entrance, and then an entrance over into our facility. That would be a good idea. Also, what I don't remember is if we have an entrance over to this side, because if we have that, I might be able to work that out. But I don't totally recall. We got this little path right here. Ooh, that is steep. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, we're not using that. That's for sure. That is not an option whatsoever here through the marina. I forgot we had a little marina right down the hill from us. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, we ain't using that. That is not what we're going to use, that's for sure. Alright, head our way up here. Ooh, this thing is struggling. Give her the beans. We're losing my per hour. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Oh, boy. There we go, that helped out. Lowered the gear a little bit. Ooh, we were struggling to get up that, though, that's for sure. Alright, let's get ourselves lined up here. We are going to get a little bit of an extra pavement side there, because I think that will help us out a whole lot. Alright, get that working. Alright, what I want to double check is where we are at on the wheat. So walk on over here. While that does that, let's see. We got 4,000 dry wheat so far. That's pretty good. So pouring more wheat into there, and we'll hopefully have more wheat come next year. But yeah, look at that. Got some nice wheat in there so far. Alrighty. Yep, slowly working. Slowly working to get that all nice and dried out for us. That's good. Alrighty. We will head over the bump here. But yeah, we'll look at, definitely look at a pathway or something along that edge, because that'll probably help us out with some drainage and whatnot. That'll be good. Alrighty, so we'll have these sitting right over here, ready for whoever comes next. That'll be good. But yeah, we got a whole field system that still needs to be done, so that'll be good. So anyways, guys, that is it for us today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I definitely had fun just getting back into the game once again. And it's nice to be back on the farm. So we got our 8400, got a combine, everything's working. It was fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Hopefully have more content for you coming soon. But anyways, that is it for us. See you guys here next time. Bye-bye.